Welcome back to Coach's Corner East on this Wednesday, September 7th. I'm your host, Mike Sparks. We're at the Galleon Pizza Hut. It's Colonel Crawford Eagle football time to talk about, and we will get into that in just a moment. We're brought to you in part by Lee Plymouth and Brad Seibert at the Plymouth Insurance Group, Galleon and Bucyrus, North Central State College, Mansfield, and the Crawford Success Center, North Walnut Street, across from the courthouse in Bucyrus. Phil and Sue Schreck at Phil's Deli, just east of the Pizza Hut, at the bridge here in Galleon, and John Rolls at John's Auto Repair Specialist, 800 Scott Street in Crestline. Jake Bruner, head coach at Colonel Crawford, joins me now, and congratulations on another big win. Week 3 down in Howard against the East Knox Bulldogs. You win 37-7. You're now 3-0 heading into N10 play. And kind of a little bit of a, I don't want to say shaky start, but the Bulldogs quarterback Grayson Davis tossed a 13-yard pass to Carson Steinmetz in the first quarter, and from there you kind of got rolling, not only on the offensive side, but the defense really shut it down. And little surprised about the way they came out and scored first, or
no? Not we got the ball first, and we drove it. We had a big play in the first play of the game, and then our quarterback got hit. We thought he was throwing the ball, but they called it a fumble, and then we got a key penalty and a face mask, and it led to that score. They did a great job. That's a tough place to play down there. It was a long trip there.
Yeah, well,
it's a little over an hour. It's a pretty crazy, and I mean that positively. It's an awesome place to play. I mean, the fans are on top of you, the cowbells are ringing, the foghorns are going off, and it's loud. So
were you concerned about maybe the focus of your players in that environment, or not so much?
Not focused, but we talked about it all week. The communications, it was hard to hear, and we had some miscues on some snaps and some things, and just things on a long bus ride that you have to endure, and they did a good job of coming out fired up, and we had a great first play. I think we had 35 yards first play, and then we kind of turned it over there, and he got a key penalty on a face mask, led to a score. So I was happy our guys rallied and came right back to it.
Trevor Vogt then peeled off a 28-yard touchdown run. Lucas Foy added the 2-point conversion. A curiosity, why did you go for 2 right out of the game?
We saw some stuff on film that we thought we could take advantage of, and actually our special teams coordinator said, "It's there, coach," and I said, "Run it," and we got the first one, and then we saw an opportunity on a muddle huddle to take advantage of something, and with that score would have put us up with the running clock, so we took that opportunity as well.
Okay.
We like Braxton Morton kicking.
I was going to say, you have such a great weapon in Braxton Morton, and I was just when I saw that, I'm like, wonder if something's wrong with him.
People forget, though, we have a good kicker, so people come after that kicker, so it puts them in positions to sometimes be experienced, to be vulnerable to the fake.
Sure.
And so, the first one we kind of saw it on film as a possibility, and when we saw who was in, we thought, hey, we got what we want, so we took it. And it was actually a big momentum changer for us because, a tie is one thing, but to get up 8-7, and then it kind of got us rolling. In the second one, we just saw the opportunity to get the running clock going.
Good. Tanner Dyer scored on a short TD runs of 8 and 4. Matt Kleinert had a 1-yard touchdown plunge to allow the Eagles to be up 29-7 at halftime. And what was kind of the message that you talked to them at halftime about not so much offensively, but defensively, how proud you were of them and Coach DeGray's defense and what you did?
I thought our defense staff did a great job, and they have a nice kind of a Trevor Vogt type player, running back, quarterback, receiver. And their running back is really good. And they put another guy in the backfield and give us some trouble with the 2-back system. So I thought, really, overall, we kind of set that first score up with a penalty and a fumble. So really, the rest of the game, I thought our defense played really, really well. And I thought we ran to the ball, tackled, and were very physical. So I was really happy with that.
You have said, and your kids have always said, how much they like to hit, especially these seniors. But sometimes you cannot replace speed. And when you have a guy like Trevor Vogt who takes the second half kickoff back 88 yards and gets you into that running clock situation, you had to feel pretty good about that.
Yeah, we have been really happy with our kick return guys. Coach Scholes has done a great job with our special teams. Our guys have been blocking well, and obviously, Trevor's, I don't know why anybody would kick it to him. I would think they're going to stop soon. What I'm really happy about is our punt return, too, because we are getting huge field position, 7, 12, 15, 20 yards. That's really helping set up our offense in good situations. So we were able to be really conservative, just up 37-7.
187 yards on the ground, 224 overall, and I'm sure that was kind of the plan, especially in the second half when you're up, grind it out. didn't really have to throw. You were getting what you needed on the ground, right?
Right. Well, and we got a kick off for a return for a touchdown. A lot of our punt return setups up in the red zone. We had short fields. We were very fortunate, and we play conservative just because we're on the road when we get that victory.
East Knox 100 yards rushing and 138 yards total offense, so they didn't throw much either.
Yeah, and I'll be honest with you. They had a good 20 or 30 yards, maybe more at the end on that last drive against some of our twos, and that's great for our guys to get in, and we got a lot of people in the game. But they were pounding until the very end there, so they were pushing down the field. So I thought our defense played really well.
Okay, very good. Take a break here. We'll talk to young men around the table. We're brought to you in part by Steve Kurtzman and Associates at Innovative Recycling, 352 South Street in Gallion. Coach Tim Plumley at Mohican Sports Medicine in Bucyrus. John Cross at Cross Carpet and Custom Floors, 302 North Seltzer Street in downtown Crestline. First up, it is Kanye Wilcox. If you pick up the microphone there, young man, and you are a senior. What positions you played on the team?
I play corner and wide receiver.
Corner and wide receiver. Okay. Now, have you played before at Crawford?
I've never played high school.
You haven't? Okay. So what got you to come out this year?
My brother, he used to play Bobby Wilcox.
Okay.
Back in 2012. And influenced me to come in.
Pretty happy with the decision?
Yeah, I guess I was playing.
Yeah, and it's just a good group of guys that have had a lot of success, and you're getting to be part of that. What have you learned the most in the first 3 weeks of playing football?
What I've learned the most is probably I've been learning how to plays more and how to work around obstacles.
Yeah. Did the speed and the intensity surprise you? I mean, did you expect that?
Yeah, I mean, it definitely surprised me. I didn't expect to be put into that right out the gate, but I handled it pretty well.
Good for you. Well, I'm so glad that you came out this year and are having a great experience in your senior year, and it looks like you're going to have another successful season, starting off at 3-0, heading into league play when you go to Bucyrus this week. So enjoy the ride, have a lot of fun, and continued good luck to you. Thanks for coming. Next up, we have Tim Falconer, and welcome, Tim. It's good to see you, and I enjoyed interviewing your brother the last couple of years, and another Falconer comes along.
Yeah, he was always talking about the radio show, and I wonder what it's going to be like.
Well, you did a great job, and I know you will as well. A junior on the team, positions that you're playing?
I played nose and tackle and strong guard.
Okay, so you're on both sides of the ball. Do you prefer one over the other?
I prefer defensive offense.
Why is that?
Because of my hearing and because I get the hit.
Okay. So was it even harder when Coach talked about all the cowbells and all that? Was it even harder for you, considering your situation, to hear on Friday night offensively?
Yeah, I can hear them only a little bit as long as I can get close to the quarterback, have it up and clear.
Yep. But defensively, you just watch the ball or watch the guy across from you and then react, correct?
Yeah, because our my quarterback, he yells at us so I can hear it.
Good.
Loud and stuff.
That helps out a lot. Your defense, I mean, let's face it, the offenses, they're the ones that are scoring the points. But you guys are really playing well defensively. Pretty pleased with that at this point as you go into end-10 play?
Yeah, I'm pretty good with it, but I know that everyone can do better because you can always do better than you are doing. So
Right.
you can always progress and get better no matter where you're at.
Yeah, for sure. Yep, for sure. And got Bucyrus, that's going over there. That one, thank you. And Bucyrus coming up on the road this week, and kind of a rival, right? You know, they're maybe not to the likes of others, but a dangerous team. They're playing better. Are you ready for them?
Oh yeah, ready to hit him, ready to show him, all that.
All right, well, good luck. Enjoy it. Thanks for coming. You did a great job. Jacob Lucius is a junior. Positions on the team, Jacob? Okay, and you prefer one side of the ball over the other?
I don't really care which side of the ball I play.
You just want to play. All right. Offense putting up a lot of points. And yeah, the skill guys have to do their job. But it takes the guys up front, doesn't it, to do what they have to do to let your backs run through it. Talk about how well this line is playing right now.
Well, our line, we're playing really well. I'm the only new guy on the line. 4 out of 5 in that return. So they decided there and they know if I do. I decided to come in and step up my game.
When you have watched them in the past and now you're part of that unit and you just see wearing down teams physically and kind of beating them into submission, so to speak, is that just kind of like, I want to do it more, I want to keep going, I want to keep going?
For me, I just want to keep doing that until we get our twos on the field.
Yeah.
That's
That's how you build a program. Let's talk to Gallion about the fact, everybody's pretty much going into league play now, and really that's, I would expect, number one goal is league championship. That's what you always want to do first, and then the playoffs take care of themselves. And you got Bucyrus on the road, a little bit of a rival team that's been playing a little bit better, showing some sign. Do you enjoy league play more so than the non-league?
I do enjoy league play, but I like out of league play better than Lucy don't know.
Yeah, yeah. No, good, honest answer. That's all we need to hear. So, good luck to you. Enjoy. Have fun. Next up is Lane Reich, a junior in positions. Lane.
I play defensive end and second tight end.
Okay. You prefer one side or the other?
I prefer
Defense. Okay. Just because you like to deliver a blow a little bit better?
Yeah, I like to hit, and I want to see the quarterback. I want to get in space and see the ball make play.
Well, you got a heck of a one coming up in Malachi Bayless this week at Bucyrus. They don't make a whole lot of bones about it. They would rather throw than run. He does a nice job with it. He's got some nice receivers. How are you going to get pressure on him and get through that line to make him nervous, to make him uncomfortable back there?
We're just going to play our roles, but we're really focusing on containing him because he's known to scramble and get outside the pocket.
Yeah, so you kind of have to stay in your lane and not let him get outside and chase him around a whole lot. Another road game, although it's not that far, of course, it's not an hour drive like going down to East Knox or anything, and you'll get your home games here coming up. Does it bother you that you're going to have to be on the road again, or just another day on the schedule?
No, I like playing on the road because you get to see a new field every day, and it's nice to change it up because we played our field a lot last year. Now you can switch it up to the next field.
Yeah, good. Very good. Well, good luck. Enjoy it. Have fun. And finally, Micah Thomas, a junior in positions on the team. Micah?
I play Sam linebacker and wing and running back.
Okay. And more so defensively, or?
No, I like offense.
You like offense. Why is this now?
Well, I like offense because you can physically, like you said, you can physically see the wear down of teams that have a lot less people than you.
Now, you saw that. Coach talked about that. He's not kind of wearing down. Did you just see it in their eyes, or is it more body language, or are they talking to each other saying, dude, we're getting hammered here?
It's more of body language. Like you can tell that East Knox did not want to give up, that they're going to fight. But until like the midway through second quarter is when you actually really saw them just lose on everything.
Is there talk in your offensive huddle amongst each other that you say, dude, they're done? They are done. I can see it. Do you talk like that?
Yes, we do. We don't want to admit it, but
No, I mean, it's not a cockiness. It's a mindset.
Yeah, it is.
It's a mindset. We have them where we want them. Now we have to finish them, right?
Yes.
All right. So you go to Bucyrus, a team that maybe on paper doesn't look like they've had much success, put up a lot of points in week one, not so much the last 2 weeks, but they can be vulnerable to any defense, right?
Yes, that's true. They're returning 9 or 10 kids from last year, so they are very experienced because most of those kids have played since they're sophomores.
Yeah.
Especially that D-line. That D-line's pretty good.
Yeah. Well, good luck to you. Enjoy. Short trip, but you're in league play, and that's, I think, what you probably all like very much. All right. Well, thanks for coming. I appreciate it. Take another break here before we talk to Jake Bruner. Our show is brought to you in part by Terry Gribble, an associate at your Gallion Community Center, YMCA, Dr. Erica Schieber at Bucyrus Veterinary Service, 222 West Mary Street in Bucyrus, Rob Steiger and Associates at Pizza Hut, Gallion and Bucyrus, host of our show since 1992, and Luann Krebs at River's Edge Embroidery, Screen Printing and Signs, the official foam board t-shirt provider, Route 309, across from the Marion Depot. And back with me, it's head coach Jake Bruner. Coach, real quick, an update on JV, freshman, junior high, how those programs are going?
JV, I think we played 3 games, is it right, guys? We won all 3 games in JV. Freshman, I think we won 1 of the 2. If we played 3, I can't remember. And then junior high both won last night at Seneca, so I think they've lost 1 of the 2 teams so far. So
Decent numbers at the junior high level?
yeah, real good numbers. Yeah,
Good.
absolutely.
Good to hear. All right, week 4, you're heading across the county a little bit west to Bucyrus, certainly a school and a field you're very familiar with, having coached. How many years did you end up coaching, head coach at Bucyrus?
I was 7 years.
7 years.
Yep.
It's going to seem a little weird being on the opposite sideline, or it's just another field?
It's been 10 years now, so I mean, I've been there a couple times already. You know, it seems like a lifetime ago, but at the same time, just a couple years ago, it feels like, you know.
Absolutely.
So it's a little bit of both.
Coach Tim Plumley is the coach there. They're currently 1-2. Last week they gave Northmore a little run in the first half, and then Northmore kind of put them away in the second half. Ended up losing to the Golden Knights 27-7. Despite the fact they put up a lot of points in week 1, they're only averaging 18.3 points a game, giving up almost 30. They've only scored 1 touchdown since week 1's 48-point outburst, and certainly they want to throw, right?
Well, I mean, they're very capable, and that game really was 7-7 in the third quarter against Northmore, actually. So they played really well, I thought, last week. I think week 1 they played well. I think week 2 they went to Danville, didn't play real well. And Danville's got a really nice running back and doing some good things there. And I think they really Tim got them ready to play there at Northmore, and they did a great job. Northmore's got a nice running back, and they had a nice team as well. So I thought they did a really good job improving. Tim's got them playing, and they're playing hard. Malachi has quite the arm. He can throw it long, he can throw it short, he's got a quick release, and they've got capable receivers, so we're concerned about their skill. And the Parker kid at defensive end and on the offensive line is a very good player. I mean, he stuck out on the film when we watched it.
Yeah, Malachi Bellis has thrown for almost 600 yards, 5 TDs, no picks, and he likes to throw to Randy Banks, Cam Lewis. Those are his top targets. They're only averaging 76 on the ground, but almost 200 through the air, 272. But they give up a ton on the ground, almost 200 a game, another 143 through the air, 339 total. I would suspect you want to kind of establish your run game and then see what happens from there.
Well, I think the big thing with them is when they go 3 and out, and hopefully you get a lot of 3 and outs, they give you more possessions. So their ability to throw the quick slant or the hitch and keep the chains moving would help them, and obviously we want to limit that as well. And the running game, although they want to throw it first, they'll run it here and there. We got to be able to stop that because they do have some speed there at running back, and Malachi runs it pretty well.
Yeah.
He's a little faster than last year, so I can definitely see improvement from what they do. But we're going to have our hands full with their offense, and we've got to worry about what we're doing, and we got to clean some stuff up from last week and keep getting together.
You will be the game of the week on WQEL this week, so anybody that's not going to be able to make it to the game, tune in to the game on 92.7 WQEL. Best of luck to you. We'll talk about that and going in further into N10 Conference. We'll do that next week. Thanks a lot for coming, guys.
Thanks, Mike.
Take a break. Michael Wing and Crestline Bulldogs right after this.